Well, forget farm to fork. Where the food comes from has been taking viewers from laboratory to legislature, examining every element of the supply chain to fill in gaps in consumer knowledge. Food editor and field producer Donna Sanders joins us now for an update. Donna, thank you so much for being here. So you really are, behind the scenes, you're writing the articles on that. Tell us a little bit about some of the highlights and what people are going to be seeing.
The behind the scenes articles are from my point of view, and I kind of pick up things that the crew doesn't always see and see experiences that they don't always see. I would like to share a couple of stories with you.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, talk about gnats. All right, South Georgia, the gnat population is unbelievable. We were doing a shoot, 110 degrees.
I'm already miserable.
It's awful. It's awful. With the gnats crawling in and out of everybody's ears.
Oh my gosh.
We did find good gnat spray though. But what was funny was at the end of the shoot, we were 110 degrees, like I said. The men had to put umbrellas over the equipment because the equipment started turning itself off. It was so hot.
That is not, those are conditions that nobody should. How did Chip hold up? Because of course he's your host. How did he do? You get a little weathered when you're in front of the camera. It's hard not to show that.
We have two kinds of gnat sprays, so we were able to keep the gnats out of his ears, which is the hardest part. And the little girls, we were with all kinds of watermelon queens from age 4 to age 19. They stayed perfect.
Amazing.
It was amazing. So then from there, we went a little further north in Georgia, but still in that South Georgia lane, and we were in the peach fields. And I'm like, okay, it's true. The further north you get, the gnats get less and less.
Good.
I was wrong.
Oh, no.
Very wrong. Got back in the car, and I looked at my legs from the knees down, covered with dead gnats that actually drowned in the sweat on my legs.
See, these are things that you do not see when this actual show comes to air. That's all smoke and mirrors. You have never let them see you sweat, right, Donna?
Exactly, and that's all in the behind the scenes articles.
This is a lot of fun. People get to see that inside of what's going on. I love that.
Yeah, I like it too. I like writing them. Unfortunately, they're getting longer and longer. My editor says, you got to really try to cut back on your word count. But I can't help it.
You love writing.
There's just too much stuff to say.
Speaking of putting together more and writing, this cookbook that you guys have been working on, tell us about that and when it's available.
It's there. It's on our website.
Okay.
And actually, a couple of you guys from RFD have contributed to it.
Yeah, because you're still collecting. Because I asked Tammy Arender, because she's a chef, by the way.
Oh, I know.
She's legit. So she gets very serious. So when we were talking about this, I said, do you have one for me?
Tammy gave me one. I said, Tammy, how about one more? She goes, maybe, I'll look. Janet, she's promised me a recipe. Marion has submitted one.
I know Janet has one with Velveeta cheese, so everybody has to look up that one. I think that's what she's going to be doing. So it just sounds good. I don't know.
It'll be promoted when we get it. When we get Janet's recipe, it'll absolutely be promoted. But what I want to do now is kind of switch gears a little bit. I want to find people who can help me with recipes for people with dietary needs. Diabetic, gluten-free, vegan. So I really want to kind of incorporate that in it as well.
Okay. Now, can they submit to you?
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that. I had wanted to get everything established before I kind of opened it up.
They can find more information on the website?
Yes, they can.
And that is?
wherethefoodcomesfrom.com.
That's the place to go. Donna Sanders, Where the Food Comes From. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you guys. Well, stay with us. Be sure you can catch the show, of course, new time. That's Fridays at 9:30 Eastern, and that's going to start October 14th. So be on the lookout for it.